Just wanted to share a funny story, but actually could be educational and it could help you out. You know, the Apefather goes to a lot of restaurants, right? I mean, that's no surprise. Okay. I learned a valuable lesson at one restaurant I went to, and this was the Echo Maria. This was in Staten Island. Was the restaurant that I was psyched. I was psyched to go to because they had all the grandmas. What they did is they hired all grandmas from all different parts of Italy to prepare the dinners. I said to myself, "This is the greatest idea, like since sliced bread." I was like, "It's like," I was like, "Why did I think of this?" It was like genius. Okay, but when I got there, it was horrible. First of all, the place looked like a Chinese restaurant. It was horrible. The guy was playing Led Zeppelin. Like when you go listen, I love Led Zeppelin. Just let me be perfectly clear. I love Robert Plant, Jimmy Page. Oh my God, you know what I mean? But the thing is that when you're at an Italian restaurant, you want to hear Frank Sinatra, you want to hear Tony Bennett, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear, hey mama, said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Sorry, I just been eating a lot of sunflower seeds. My high voice is shot right now. I want to hear, something like, fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, just a little bit more, right? Hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to hear. So between the fact that it looked like a Chinese restaurant playing Led Zeppelin, then the food was terrible, and I was shocked. I'm like, these are grandmas. I mean, they make the best everything, but it was just, I don't know. It's just, even my wife said it. It's like, this food is terrible. It's like, I don't know. Then I saw a couple of like friggin', they looked like a roach or something on the floor. The place was not clean. The place was like, I definitely don't like recommend going to this place. I was so disappointed because it had such a great concept for a restaurant, and it just completely blew it. So now here's where it gets really juicy. Are you ready to like Biggie Smalls juicy? It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Soul and Pepper Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall, whatever. So here's where it gets really juicy. So I guess he's the owner. He comes up to me. He's like, "How's everything?" I'm just trying to be polite. I was like, "Everything is very, very good, thank you." So he goes, "May I recommend a glass of wine?" So now this is where I learned the biggest lesson of my life, and I'm gonna, we'll get to the point. Okay, so I said yes. So he says, "Okay, what do you like, red?" And so me and my wife said yes. I'm gonna bring you over an amazing glass of wine for the two of you. You're gonna love it. Okay. So he brings over the glass of wine. It wasn't even like he gave you one of these big, gigantic wine glasses where he only filled it up 25% of the way. So say you got this enormous cup and you're like, all right, you should have filled up the wine, right? But he gave us about 25% of the cup of wine. So whatever. Salud, Giordani, me and my wife drank it. It was enjoyable glass of wine. I'm not going to say no. Okay. So now the bill comes. It's $500, the bill. So I'm looking at my wife. She's looking at me. I'm like, $500? I mean, we didn't even get that much food. We got like, whatever. I think we got two appetizers. She got an entree. I got a salad. She got a salad. I honestly, we really didn't get that much food. So like $500? Okay. So apparently, when I looked at the bill, the wine that he recommended was $100 a glass. Huh? Ooh, ah. like the vowels. A E I O U. Right? So I just was like, what? So my wife flipped out. She's like, don't pay for it. Don't pay for it. But see, that's just, I don't know. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to look like, you understand? like a loser. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just like a lot of people know me in that area, and I go to a lot of restaurants, and I coughed it up as a learning lesson. I didn't say nothing to the guy. I paid the bill. That's it. I gave him a decent tip. I left. Wound up spending almost $600, but it was a very, very good lesson learned. When someone recommends a glass of wine, you got to ask them right off the bat how much it cost, right? So when it was our anniversary at the Golden Nugget, we were just at the chart house. The same exact thing happened, right? He says, oh, this guy was a great guy, by the way. Great, Tommy. The waiter there was phenomenal at the chart house. So he says to me, oh, today's your anniversary. Can I recommend a glass of wine for the two of you? So as soon as he said that, it was like me and my wife looked at each other, and it was like deja vu. It's like we just remembered being in Echo Maria. So I said, look, I don't mean to be. I told him the story. I said, I just let me tell you, I had a very bad experience. And he says, no, this is like whatever it is, $10 a glass. I said, oh, okay, thank you. That will do. You know what I mean? So anyway, learning lesson. If someone recommends something to you, always ask how much it is. If let's say it's like because they're recommending it to you, you obviously don't know how much it is. You're not looking at a menu. Always ask the price because you might get I wouldn't say pleasantly surprised. You might get like unpleasantly surprised.